put it all together and then dice it. And when you dice it, make sure your fingers, like I showed you, your fingers can't touch the vegetable, but make sure they're not close. So let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. See how my thumb is? I'm keeping my thumb and my fingers away from the blade.
Hey guys, George. I hope you guys are having, I know it's kind of a hard time right now, but it's a little thing that I grew up eating that, you know, you might want to cook for your mom or dad once in a while, for your sister or brother. So if you guys want to check it out, I'll show you. It's very, very simple, extremely simple. So it's really basic. So I got my coconut oil here, which I'm gonna put. It's about a teaspoon, maybe half of a teaspoon. I'm gonna put it in my pot. My pot's kind of been hot a little bit, but not too hot. You know, just get that started up. I got my veggies here. I got my onions, diced up onions. I got my diced up garlic. I got my diced tomatoes. My peanut butter. Most people wouldn't think that you can use peanut butter. Got a little salt. And I got my kale, which is the main ingredient. So, got a little pepper if you want to use pepper. I got a little bit of thyme that brings more flavor to it. But I'm going to start off putting a little bit of my garlic and my onions together so I get them caramelized so they actually turn out a little brownish, but not too brown, you know. But start off with that guy. Make sure you lower the heat. You hear that sizzling, that smell? That smells delicious. I'm gonna go ahead and drop a little bit of my onions in there so they can all blend together. That's gonna bring a lot of color, and not just that, a lot of flavor. You always have to have a clean spoon, always. Make sure you mix all of that together. You know, it might be a little hard sometimes, but it's an easy task. Make sure the heat is not overdoing it, because sometimes the heat will burn it. So make sure, like, your heat, you can check the heat. Make sure you keep on stirring it, and it's not overpowering it. Next step, I put coconut. Now I'm putting olive oil. Also olive oil. You can use any kind of oil that you want, but you don't need too much. Just a little spoon like the other one. Just like the coconut, just a little tiny bit. That'll do it. You know? So you don't need too much. Let that simmer. I personally like to get it kind of like going a little faster. Then I'm going to go ahead and turn around and put my thyme. I have thyme. Let's bring more flavor to it, another flavor, like on the wild kind of thing. It's a good flavor, really good flavor. Sometimes you can even use basil if you want. Basil actually works good too. Basil is very, very delicious. Period. I won't lie to you. Basil is one of my favorite herbs. Like, keep stirring it and cover it so it simmers. You know. Cover it and make sure you always wash your hands as well. Make sure you always wash your hands as well. One of the best things to do as a cook is always put your stuff away. Don't leave everything behind. Clean as you cook. Clean as you cook. No matter what situation you're in. Clean as you cook. It's the number one thing, because you don't know when your other coworker or your other, you know, your executive chef comes in, he doesn't want to see all the garbage everywhere. So check it out again. It's looking a little good. Now, my next thing, I'm gonna put a little bit of salt. Like a pinch of salt. Not too much, but just a pinch. You know, 2 fingers enough to start off with. 2 fingers, there we go. stir it a little bit so it doesn't stick to the ground, you know. The cool part comes in now, where I put some of my collard greens in. I'm gonna put some of my collard greens in. This is very simple. You can get this at Trader Joe's. You can get this basically any corner store, anywhere you can actually get it. Very simple, very delicious, organic in a sense, but you know, doesn't have to be organic. But when I was growing up, my mom made organic ones, so but pretty much just open the bag up, lower the heat. Number one, lower the heat because you have to like make it simmer. We're gonna put honestly maybe 4 handfuls. That we'll see. There we go. We got 3 now. We got 3 in here. There we go. Oh, 20. Enough for family, you know. It's not gonna be that bad. If you can exaggerate it if you want, but it's okay. Make sure you clean up once you do your work. Just clean up as you work, because it's best. Like I said, you don't want anybody to come in your station and be mad because everything is not cleaned or nor is it ready for them. Cooking, it's fun. It's a fun thing, but it's also a teamwork. Just like sports, any kind of sport you play, it's always a teamwork. Just like teaching, it's always a teamwork. So we'll cover that up. Let that simmer for a little bit, and then we're gonna be back to another round and more addition. We're gonna be adding more tomatoes to it, but honestly you can also add vegetables, like you can add meats, you can add fish, you can add chicken, you can add turkey, you can add any kind of meat you want. But these are the most basic and easy steps that I can give you. So now I'll let her sit for a little bit. Oh, excuse me for a second here. Just going to like turn it around so I can mix all the veggies together. Oops, that's a bad one. I need more liquid. You see that? I need more liquid. You can look at the bottom right there. It shows that I need more liquid. It's gonna burn. If I don't put any more liquid into that, it's gonna burn the kale. So I need to put some more liquid, right? So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna turn around and get a little bit of water. Just regular water. Just tap water, just to make it simmer. Cause I'm also gonna be putting more liquids into it, but I'm not ready for that yet. So I'm just keeping on turning it. Once I believe that it's ready, like when it starts welting like this right here, see that? When it starts doing this, it's starting to welt a little bit because it's been cooking. Look at the onions. Look at the garlic. Everything is starting to get a good balance together. So what I do next, easiest thing, I'm gonna go ahead and turn around and grab my diced tomatoes. Those are my diced tomatoes. I'll put them bad boys in there. These are Italian diced tomatoes. You can get these guys at a grocery store, corner store, or you can actually make them your own. Just go buy tomatoes and just dice them. You don't have to have fancy or nothing. It doesn't have to be fancy at all. See? Now all we do is just mix this guy. Just make sure he's balanced and everything is. Lift up the little heat if you want to. You know, just make sure everything is on the same page. You know, push it down a little bit so it's like in the same area.
And at this time, I personally like to dip in and check the flavor. And I'm not a big fan, so I'm gonna put a little bit of pepper in it and some salt. But I'm not gonna put too much because I have to measure it. This is where the volume part comes in. You measure it. Look at the ounces. You don't really have to. Most chefs, whoa, shoot. Most chefs usually use spoons, but from what my chef has taught me, it's eye coordination. You have to use your eyes. You also have to use your palate. You have to check the flavoring. You can't depend on anybody to tell you how to make your flavoring. So that's cooking. It's just simmering right now. You can even cover it. You can even add broth, but me personally, I don't. But I just let it sit for about 3, maybe 4 minutes, and then stir it again, and then the last touch is to make it creamy. That's the most fun part. Most people like it. They like the creamy part of it, but you know, everybody likes something creamy, so it's not a dessert. It's a vegetable, so. But anyways, I hope you guys are having fun and you guys enjoying yourself and being safe. It's just something that thought I will teach you guys when you have time on your hands and you want to cook. So yeah, it's really not that difficult. It's very, very cheap dish. Very, very cheap. And the cool thing about it, you can actually make it with rice. You can make it with pasta. You can actually eat it with anything. Spaghetti, if you want it. Personally, I like it with rice, brown rice, because brown rice is healthier. But I like white rice. So jasmine rice is my favorite rice. Overall, there's nothing that's beaten this dish. I've loved it. I've showcased it a lot. One of my favorite dishes. It's really, really simple. So if you guys have any questions about it, any ideas how to improve it, like I said, you can use any. Alright guys, we're on our final stage of the collard greens. As you can see, it's all cooked. Everything looks delicious. Very, very excited to eat this. I'm extremely excited. Like I said, with this dish, you can add a lot of ingredients to it. You don't need to make it as it is like I made it. I'm just showing the basics.